What is good? It is Thursday. That was my audio test. What is good? It is Thursday. We're doing another freestyle trick tip, which you already know about, I'm sure. If you don't know, once a week I do some sort of a skateboard trick tip relating to freestyle skateboarding. That's this stuff. Often it's less neon and includes fewer headbands and fingerless gloves, but yeah, that's basically it. I love freestyle skateboarding. I've been doing it for years. It is my passion. It's my thing. And a big part of my life has become the friends I've made in that and the community that I have found in freestyle skateboarding. Today we have a very special edition of the show because we will be doing a trick tip in 3 parts for footwork. We've done the next 3 primo tricks. We've done the next few pogo tricks. I got an itch in the back of my throat. It's like a popcorn kernel, like right in my trachea. It's fantastic. I feel great. But today we're doing the next 3 footwork tricks. That is walk the dogs, switchblades, I'm dying, and smoothies. I am a huge fan of footwork. If you can't tell, I'm a total dancer on my skateboard. We have a whole thing on this channel about dancing and how freestyle skateboarding is dancing and how really we're just all dancing through life and blah, 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 metaphysical bullshit. But very seriously, the footwork side of freestyle is, in my opinion, what makes freestyle freestyle. For all of the technical tricks and flippy-doos and weird stationary stuff you can do with freestyle, it's not the same unless you're linking it together with footwork, in my opinion. You can go your whole life being a freestyle skateboarder, doing this thing, and not do one walk the dog or one end over or any of that stuff. That's not wrong. That's totally okay. But for me, and for what makes it cool to me, freestyle and footwork are like peanut butter and jelly, you know? It's just so nice. So if you have some tricks down, you're getting used to your board, you're getting comfy on your skateboard, and you want to sort of start linking tricks together, and maybe turning combos into routines, or maybe you just want to be able to switch your board around while you're rolling down the street instead of having to do a shove it. Footwork is really great for that. We're gonna start with walk the dogs. Now this is something that I've covered in previous trick tips, but I'd like to sort of brush up on that. This trick is done by having your feet in sort of a T stance. Your front foot will be pointed towards the nose and your back foot will be square on the tail. Now, some friends of mine like to cut out circles of grip tape in the center of their board to make the pivot portion that comes next easier. I personally just like to scrape down the grip tape ever so slightly, make it a little bit less sharp, and that does the job for me. Now from this position, you will place all of your weight on your front foot and swing your back foot around to the nose. Now notice that my foot is still square on the nose. Now my shoulders will be facing the same direction as my nose. They'll be square in the direction that I'm rolling, not turned sideways the way that you would usually stand on your skateboard. Now, in sort of a weird pigeon-toed stance, you will lift up your back trucks and swing your board around 180 degrees back to the original stance. This will require you to lift up the heel of your front foot and pivot on the ball of your front foot while swinging the board around. Watch these clips a bunch of times. I think for this one, you really need to study the tapes, look at how my shoulders and my feet are positioned, and try to focus on the way that I shift my weight from my front foot to my back foot. The cool thing about this trick is that when you've finished one walk the dog, you actually position yourself, if you do it right, in the perfect stance to do another one. It's sort of an endless trick. The ending position for one walk the dog is the starting position for the next. So you can do a million. You can just keep going and going and going, or you can include other tricks. That empty space in between tricks can get kind of awkward. So it's nice to be able to fill it with footwork tricks and these sort of physical fillers between tricks. I think it makes things a lot more polished, makes things look a lot more fluid, and it really improves the look of your skating to the outside perspective. And if you get bored of walk the dogs, you can do the switchblade. I didn't know the name of this trick for so long, but I used to see guys like Rodney Mullen, Jesse Whalen. It's a cool little shove-it, footworky variation. Again, it makes things look kind of confusing and interesting, even though the trick doesn't take a whole lot of energy or concentration. Now, I like to do this trick off of my front foot, and I also like to do this trick with the board switched around so that I'm doing the trick off of my tail. So if you're riding a single kick board, you're gonna swing the board around so that the board is sort of backwards. I start with my front foot at sort of a 45-degree angle towards the upper toe side corner of the tail. Notice my toes are on the start of the kick of the tail, and my heels are over the bolts. Now from here, I'll place the weight of my front foot over the ball of my front foot and give a little bit of a throw with my back foot. I'll be throwing the board behind me while simultaneously swiveling my front foot so that the board turns 180 degrees. When my weight starts to come back down, my focus is on pinning the tail down with my front foot. I'm not trying to do a shove it. I'm not even trying to get the board airborne. My goal here is to just get that board to swivel 180 degrees and pin the tail down to stop it from rotating any more than that. My back foot's just kind of dangling, doing whatever. From here, I'll be hopping just slightly off of my front foot and bringing my back foot back on the tail. So I'm back in regular stance. Now you're in tail stop, you can do a different kind of trick out. You can do like a tail stop finger flip from this position. You can do some footwork like walk the dogs. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. This again is meant to be a transitional trick between other footwork variations or just other tricks that you want to try. You can also do this trick the reverse direction, which involves less swivel with your front foot and more of a throw with your back foot.
Ready? 180, is that what we're doing?
Oh, okay, I had to change batteries. Are you guys still here? Guys, I wasn't done. Those are two very stationary footwork tricks that you can try. But I want to go into the rolling side of things though. This is the stuff that you can do while you're rolling forward at a medium to slow speed. I don't know, it's a little bit more dynamic. It's a little bit more rolling. I don't know any other adjectives to describe the smoothie. Kevin Harris is a very important person to know. Kevin Harris is the guy that influenced me and my generation of freestylers possibly more than anyone else. Partly in our skateboarding, also for other reasons relating to like business and just entrepreneurship and really cool things that Kevin has accomplished. He's probably the smoothest smoothier out there. And I'm pretty sure he invented the trick or at least named it. So if you can do endovers, then you can do this trick. Now it involves rotating off of the nose on one foot and then pivoting 180 back to the regular stance. And to start this trick, I'll be rolling at a very comfortable speed, not too fast. I like to have my foot pretty much covering all the bolts on my front truck. You can kind of feel that if you press onto your heel, the board will lift up onto the front truck. So you need that. You need that sort of teeter-totter feeling in your front foot in order to do this trick. Because what you'll be doing is rotating your shoulders so that your back is facing forward. That is, you'll be turning in the blind side, leading with your shoulders and arms while pressing down on the heel of your front foot so that the board rotates around, you land rolling fakie. Now you'll notice that my back foot actually comes off of the board. That's an important part. So you'll be swinging with your shoulders and lifting your back foot off the board so that you're one-footed, rotating front side off of the front foot. Totally doable, and it looks a lot more sketchy to beginner skaters than it really is. And it's gonna be a real smooth one once you get it down. Now, once you reach the 180-degree rotation, you'll be bringing your back foot back onto the tail, aiming for the center of the tail, and then pivoting off of the back foot. Now, if you're Kevin Harris, you'll land that with your front foot still in that angled position so that you can set up for another smoothie. Some people, like this guy Bob Smeltzer from the 80s, they do this trick the other direction, which I guess is backside. Per Wellender would do these crazy walk the cow variations with this trick. If you want, you can actually include all three of these tricks all in one monster footwork combo. That's not that hard, actually. The challenge that I have for you right now is to do all three in a row. But as always, if you have any trouble with these, you need any more tips, you need any more examples, hit me up in the comments, hit me up in the DMs on my Instagram page, or tweet me at Mossy_Osterman. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell button below, and we'll see you Sunday for another Sunday fun day. And it might include some rompers. Fashion Mike? Is Fashion Mike coming back? I think so. We're about to get hecka fashiony up in the sauce house right now. But stay tuned for that. And keep dancing, you know? Go out there, dance with your footwork. See you later.